Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. So today I'm going to be doing a first impression / review over the new Anastasia Norvina eyeshadow palette. I did pick up two of these babies, one for me and one for a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. I'm actually going to be announcing the giveaway in my next video, which is going to be an Ulta haul. I'm going to show everything that I got, and I'm also going to be giving you the details on the giveaway in that video, so make sure you're subscribed so you could see that video so you could enter the giveaway to win your own Anastasia Norvina palette. But today we're just going to be doing a first impression on this look right here. I really love the way it turned out. I can't wait for you guys to see how it went. But before we get into the video, I do want to show you all the swatches of each eyeshadow first, so let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. Okay, so for the swatches, I'm just going to go from left to right and do each row. And I'm also going to be saying the names, of course. Okay, so the first one I'm going to swatch is Dreamer. I'm going to go ahead and build it up just so you guys can see the color. So that one is Dreamer, so beautiful. So next up we have Summer. So that one is Summer. Then we have Wild Child, which is a pink. Next up we have Rose Gold. Ooh, that one is like my favorite. Now for the True Purple we have Celestial. Next up we have like a taupey bronze color. It's called Dazzling. The darker ones are a lot more pigmented, I feel like. So pretty. Next up we have a darker purple. This one is called Drama. And Drama does have some shimmer in it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Next up we have Base, which is just a skin tone eyeshadow, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But I love when palettes have this color just to set your eyeshadow primer with. Next up we have the color Soul, which is a really unique purpley blue color. And this one is matte. Next up we have Innocence, which is just a soft brown shade. That one is Innocence. Okay, and now for the pink in the palette, the matte pink. This one is called Love. Now we have this taupey color in the palette. It's called Volatile. I can't read, sorry. Next up we have Eccentric, which is a beautiful mustardy color. I cannot wait to use this. And last but not least, we have the darkest one in the palette, which is Passion, which is a dark burgundy color. And so that one is Passion, and there is all your swatches. So pretty. Okay, so now that we got all the swatches out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first impression. Okay guys, so if I look tired, it's super duper early in the morning for me. I woke up at like 4:40 and I couldn't go back to sleep, and then Christian went to work at 5, and so I was like, I might as well be productive and just start filming. So I have my coffee here to try to keep me like awake. Okay, so I went ahead and took the palette out of the box already just because the box looks exactly like the packaging of the palette. And so this is it right here. It's a purple packaging and it's that same velvet touch as all her other palettes. And I actually tend to keep these palettes pretty clean. I'll go ahead and show you the ones I have. The only thing that I have a problem with is like dust and hair, but As for eyeshadow, like I've kept mine pretty clean. This is the Modern Renaissance. This is the Prism. As you can see, the Prism has lots of hair on it, but no eyeshadow. This one's pretty clean too. It's my oldest one, so it has some dust and dirt. And then the one I got before the Nirvana, Soft Glam. It looks pretty brand new still, just maybe a little bit of dust. So I tend to keep them clean. I try to take care of my palettes. I just thought I would share that with you. And so we're gonna go ahead and start off by priming the eyes. Oh, actually first I wanna give you a close-up of the shadows before I use them. So it does come with one of these plastic things in there. So these are what the colors look like, super pretty. I do have the palette upside down just so I don't blind you with the mirror. But these actually gave me Huda Beauty Desert Dusk vibes, and I don't know if that happened with anybody else, but when I just looked at that palette, I thought of this one, and so I just wanted to kind of show you this. To me, the Anastasia one is just more of like a pastel and maybe less glitter and more foiled eyeshadows, but if you wanted like a comparison, I feel like this one's pretty similar. And of course it does come with their usual Anastasia brush, and it just has like a flat end and a blending side. I actually tend to use these brushes a lot in my makeup tutorials, so I always just keep them. They're actually a really good brush. Usually brushes that come in palettes aren't the best, but I love the flat side for packing on glitter or foiled eyeshadows, just basically anything on the lid it's really good for. I don't really use the blending side as much, but yeah. It's just a good brush. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start off by priming my lids with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm also going to use this to go ahead and clean up my brows. Okay, so now that I've cleaned up my brows, I feel like they look different, so just ignore that. I'll fix them later. So starting off, I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here called Base, and that's exactly what I'm going to use it for. I'm just going to use that to go ahead and set this eyeshadow primer. Alright, so obviously these have lots of powder kick up. All her palettes pretty much do, so it's nothing like that I wasn't expecting. I do like for my base shade to have lots of like powder kick up just because it like sets the lid faster. But I am going to try to be careful with this palette just because I could tell just from looking at the tester in our store that it could go ugly really fast. Like our tester was so demolished. All the like foiled shades or the shimmer shades were basically out of the pan already. So you just have to have a very, very light hand when it comes to her palettes just because the powder kick up is a lot. But they do tend to blend really nicely, and I do believe this one is supposed to have the same formula as Modern Renaissance and the Prism, and so it should be fine. You just have to be super careful with the shadows, and then whenever I do send out my other one for the giveaway, I'm gonna make sure to put lots of bubble wrap so you guys don't get any shattered eyeshadows because they do break really easily. So if you do buy this palette, I would definitely open it and just make sure nothing is broken. So I have no idea what look I'm going for. I'm literally just winging it. I bought this palette yesterday, so I haven't even really looked at it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Love, which is right here. It's a beautiful pink shade. And so I'm going to be using this as my transition shade, so into the crease and above it, and also in this outer corner right here. And I'm just tapping off my brush about one time and then going right in. And just as I expected, it is blending out really nicely. And I'm making sure to get the pink over here as well in the inner part. For my crease color, I'm going to go ahead and go into this color right here called Soul. It is so pretty and it's just calling my name. So starting off in the outer corner and then working it into the crease. Ooh, I love that color. It's very unique. So the pink and the purpley color that I'm applying right now, they're just blending so nicely together. And then with this shade as well, making sure to get right here in the inner corner just because I'm going to be cutting the crease later. So I want to make sure these colors are still going to be shown. And now I'm just going back in with that Love color And I'm just gonna blend out the purpley color. Make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys some of the like kick up. As you can see, the purpley color is kind of getting in my brown color already. This is usually when I would just like blow it away. Just because this is my personal palette, I'm not going to be using it on anybody else, but obviously if you are, don't blow on it because you don't want to get your germs on other people's eyes. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the powder kick up, just because I feel like it gets annoying when you're just constantly mentioning how powdery it is. And if you say it once, like you guys know, it's powdery, and that's just how it's going to be. So to go ahead and deepen things up, I want to take the color Passion, which is this dark burgundy, but it also looks kind of pastel. It's like they all have like this pastel hue to them, all the mattes. But I'm gonna use this to deepen up my outer corner. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the look, just because it is warm tone and we used mainly cool tones. I guess the pink is warm too, so maybe not. But I'm gonna go ahead and deepen up my outer corner. And this is the darkest color in the palette. So hopefully it'll give us that dimension that we need. And I'm just dragging a little bit of that into the crease, not too much. So it did give me the dimension I was looking for, but mixed together with all those colors, it made it look like a dark gray almost right here. And then right here is actually showing the actual color since there was no purple down there. But I think it looks fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Love once again and just blend out these edges of that darker color. To go ahead and cut the crease, I'm gonna be using my Tarte Shape Tape. And the brush I'm using is the AOA Studio E123 brush. And since I do have hooded eyes, I'm gonna do it a little bit above my actual crease. And I'm not going to be doing a full cut crease, I'm only going to take it till we hit that darker outer corner. And then just fill it in. And towards the outer part, I just go ahead and use my finger to blend out those edges. And then when I get to the actual like cut, I'll go ahead and just tap, tap, tap. A cut crease just makes the whole look completely different, but I like it. For the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and use this color, which is Rose Gold. And I'm actually gonna take that color on the brush that came in the palette, and I'm taking the flat side, and I'm just loading that onto the brush. And I'm just gonna pack that on right onto that concealer. Ooh, that is a pretty color. I am getting some fallout, but it's because I'm not tapping off my brush and I'm really loading it up. But we did our eyes first, so it's okay. You could totally do your eyes like after your foundation, just make sure to tap off your brush. That color I'm in love with, because it's not like other rose gold colors that I have. It has like a rusty vibe to it, like a little bit more copper inside of it. And I'm making sure to get it all the way up until we hit that crease. And I didn't even use No Fix Plus, and I really thought I was gonna have to, but it's really foiled on its own, just dry onto that kind of somewhat tacky concealer. It did take me a while to cut this crease, so it's not as tacky as like if I were to just do it. And to get it into that crease, I'm just pressing it in until I get the intensity that I want. I'm gonna take the color Soul and just touch up this outer corner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and define this cut crease, and so I'm taking a really small defined brush, and I'm taking the color Soul, making sure to tap off my brush, and then I'm just gonna outline where we did the cut crease. And I'm gonna do it all the way until I hit the inner corner. Ooh, I'm loving this look so far, guys. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Dreamer, and it is the lightest shimmer in the palette, so hopefully it's a good highlight. I'm noticing with all the shimmer colors, they have like a moist kind of feeling. It's like almost like they're somewhat cream, which is pretty interesting, but maybe that's why they're so foiled on the lids. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop this right here in the inner part. That's pretty. What, Hudson? What do you want? I might have to touch up that purple just because I kind of went over it. And I'm gonna just take whatever's left on my brush and go right under my brow. Ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this fallout right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a winged liner with my Stila liquid liner in Intense Black. Running out! Does anybody else hold their breath while they're doing their winged liner? I do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my face off camera, and then I'll be right back to go ahead and finish up the eye look. While I let my bake set in, I'm going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and take the darkest color in the palette, which is Passion, the color that we used on the outer corner. And I'm going to go ahead and just line my lower lash line with this. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my blending brush, and I'm going to use the color Love to blend this out, which was that pink transition shade we used. Now going back in with Passion. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. I really like the way it looks so far. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, and I'm also going to be throwing on some lashes and mascara. For lashes today, I'm just going to be using my Ardell Wispies. These are my all-time favorite lashes, and so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. You have to let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. I am so surprised by this palette, guys. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like it. When I first saw it, it wasn't something that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that one, like I was with like the Soft Glam or the Prism. It was just like, I just kind of looked at it and was like, okay. But I don't have much purple eyeshadows in my collection, so I'm really excited to add this, and I do feel like I got a really unique look with it, something that I wouldn't get from anything that I do have. I did compare it to the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, but now that I've used the colors, I do feel like they're really different compared to this one, so I really don't think that they're similar whatsoever now that I've used it. I think it's a good price. I mean, $42 is not bad for an eyeshadow palette. Usually they're around $60. They could go all the way to $129 if you get a Natasha Denona one, so the price is not bad. So all the colors blended really, really nicely together. I did have some powder kick up, as you guys saw, but I mean, I didn't really not expect that. Like, I knew there was going to be powder kick up. That's just how Anastasia's eyeshadows are. And yeah, make sure to enter my giveaway if you do want your own palette for free, because I am doing a giveaway over this palette like I mentioned in the beginning. So make sure you go to my haul video and figure out how to enter and all that so you can have your own. And if you already have this palette, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you want me to do more tutorials featuring this palette. And so yeah, that's going to be everything for this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Also, make sure you're subscribed. I do make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's 3 times a week. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!